I also believe, and maybe you can help me out with this, I think there are other dimensions to this place other than what we just see out here.
We've been traveling around the world for about 6 years now, 14 countries. And honestly, the things that we have discovered and come across and filmed, most people have no idea.
I mean, this is really the iconic, one of the iconic landmarks of Death Valley. When you see pictures, when you see the brochures and all of that, this is what you see. This is where we're going to go.
This is where they take it from.
Yeah, this is where they take it from. It gives you that incredible sweeping view of not just the valley itself. You see the salt, but you also see the mountains. People don't think of mountains when they think of Death Valley, right? You think about it's just going to be like this big flat area that I'm going to need to walk across and carry my canteen and see if I can make it without the water. That was when I first came to Death Valley. I was surprised with the mountains. That was the thing that really.
And I guess that's why it's so hot, because it's mountains on all sides.
Yeah, it's like it's a big convection oven.
Yeah,
that's what it is. A big convection oven. You got white on the bottom, and you got high sides. The sun comes down and hits the white. The heat reflects off the white, hits the mountains, stays in here, doesn't go anywhere, and you get 134 degree temperature, the world's hottest place.
So today I'm with Ted Faye. He's a historian, filmmaker, and we've arrived at this area here, and I want you to tell us a little bit about it.
Rob, we are at one of the most iconic landscapes in America. This image that's right behind us is famously known as Zabriskie Point. What this peak here that you see is called Manly Beacon, and it's named Manly Beacon for a reason, and it has to do with how Death Valley got its name. Did you ever wonder that?
Absolutely, every night of the week. How did it get its name?
It's pretty amazing. This area here where we are, when you come down what's called Furnace Creek Wash, you are literally in the footsteps of pioneers that were here in 1849, and they thought they were on a shortcut to find the gold in Sacramento. But the problem was that this shortcut that they took across the Nevada desert, got off the trail, this shortcut led into the deepest, driest, hottest place in the Western Hemisphere, right? They landed in this valley. Now the Indians, the Timbisha-Shoshone that have been here for at least 400 years, right? They were here and they watched these pioneers come through with their wagons and their oxen, and they said, what are those things pulling those carts, and what are those carts, and what are these people? And they didn't know where the water was. The pioneers had no clue where the water was, but the Indians did. And so they watched these pioneers struggle through here. And there was two families, the Bennett family and the Arcane family, and there was also a number of other pioneers. A whole bunch of them went north. But this family decided to go south, and just about directly from where we are right here, they stopped. They stopped at a watering hole. And the two families said, we're stuck here with our kids. What are we going to do? And there were two single men. One's name was John Rogers, and the other's was William Lewis Manley. And they said, tell you what, we're going to leave here and we're going to go find supplies. We think it's just over those hills there. See those mountains there? Just on the other side, there'll be ranches. We're probably very close to the gold fields. We'll go. It took them 13 days to get to the settlements. Now that settlement was a rancho connected to the San Fernando Mission in the San Fernando Valley near what we know as Los Angeles today. 26 days they waited for these guys.
How did they survive?
They just had a little bit of cornmeal. They ate what they could, and they waited and they waited. And finally, the two men walk up, and there was an older man that had been with this family, and he tried to walk out and he died on the way, and they came across the body, and they were so afraid that the families were dead and the children were dead and that the Indians had gotten them. So the boys, as they approached the wagons, William Lewis Manley, he takes his gun and he shoots it in the air. And out from underneath the wagons comes the family, and they go, "The boys have come! The boys have come! We're rescued!" Now that's nice, but the problem was they had to get out of here. They abandoned the wagons. They put the kids on the oxen, old Crump, the oxen, and they head out of the valley. So this is how Death Valley's legend and lore really began. But I also believe, and maybe you can help me out with this, I think there are other dimensions to this place other than what we just see out here.
We've been traveling around the world for about 6 years now, 14 countries. And honestly, the things that we have discovered and come across and filmed, most people have no idea. Really, it's the UFOs we're checking out, but it seems that there's this much bigger phenomenon around the UFOs. Like, seeing lights in the sky is what gets you here or attracts you into the phenomena. But we find that's only about 20% of what's really happening. And, on every single expedition, we get these crazy anomalous things happening.
Well, we're right here with you.
And, in our travels, we found that it's two things. It's the location, so you could attribute points to that. It's the people also that have a certain number of points. And when you either add them up or multiply them together, that increases the chances of, a really anomalous experience. Or, we stay away from the word paranormal or supernatural. This really is what the world's all about. Most people don't get to experience it.